Gonna be a review for Hurry Up Tomorrow with Jenna Ortega and The Weeknd. Directed by Trey Edward Schultz. An insomniac musician encounters a mysterious stranger, leading to a journey that challenges everything he knows about himself. Does it really? Okay. Yeah, as you can tell, I did not like this movie. I know a lot of the fans of The Weeknd do. I don't listen to his music. He kind of sounds like wannabe Michael Jackson to me. Except I didn't see any dancing or anything like that. So, yeah, I'm just getting into spoilers because, I just thought this movie was bad. I mean, there are some nice sequences, somewhat, that I think the director was able to do. You know, there's some good shots, like when he's in a concert and he's doing his thing. You know, there's some nice shots, but I guess probably just go watch a music video of The Weeknd. Because that's what this movie seemed like to me. It's just a promotional tool for him, for The Weeknd. There's almost the entire first act is just him on stage, or him about to go on stage, and him acting like a total bitch. Like, he's constantly crying about this girl that won't call him back. I guess his ex-girlfriend. We never see her. He's just constantly crying and in agony. And then he gets very sad. It's like, dude, like, aren't you supposed to be like a badass? Like, is this what rappers are now? They're just like whiny little bitches. Like, I just thought, I was just like, shut up. I don't care about you, and you know, you're worth millions of dollars, and this one girl you were mean to. They don't even really explain it. I think he cheated on her, but I don't think they really explain it. There's not that much talking in this movie. It's just a lot of these long, drawn-out sequences, and Jenna Ortega is in it. That's the main reason I watched it, because I like Jenna Ortega. But man, why did she choose this movie? I guess she's a fan of The Weeknd, and obviously she got paid tons of money. So you learn little to nothing about Jenna Ortega. She burns down I think it's her mom's house in the beginning. You don't know why. I mean, she's just a psycho, I guess. She burns it down, and then she takes off in I think it's a Bronco. And then she goes to a concert of The Weeknd. For some reason, we don't even know why. And she's like, I think, listening to his music. And then during the concert, and this is the second concert I think they're showing, and before this, he didn't want to do the concert. He's almost like, no, I'm not doing it. And then his buddy, I guess his best friend, Barry Cogan, I don't like this actor, really. I watched Saltburn one. I didn't even review it. I hated that movie so much. I don't like this actor. Ugh. Yeah, Saltburn, The Green Knight. I also didn't like that movie. I think he's Irish, or I don't know. Anyways, he was in what is that movie? The Eternals. Which I will actually watch that movie. The movie's incredibly boring. And he's in the Batman Unseen Arkham Prisoner. Is he supposed to be the Joker? I hope not. Oh my god. I hope not. Unseen Arkham Prisoner. Is he the Joker? And I don't even like in the Batman I mean, I like that movie, but apparently the Joker now is this weird skin disease. And what is it going to make his lips smile? And I don't really like that direction. Like, I've seen the deleted scene with the Joker, And is that him? Oh gosh, please no, please no. I hope that they don't do that with that direction with the Joker. But anyways, I thought this movie's just terrible. It seemed like it went on forever. It's only an hour 45 minutes. It's too long. Could easily cut out 15 minutes, make it an hour 30. Yeah, the entire first act, there's little to no talking. He's just a whiny guy. I mean, like, what's worse? He's like a whiny guy. I mean, you're a multi-millionaire, dude. Like, you're worth like millions and millions and millions of dollars, and you're just acting like such a little bitch. And then he sees Jenna Ortega at the concert, and they lock eyes, and he's like, oh, and then this is like when he's freaking out, and then he kind of runs away from the concert. So he screws all his fans that like paid money to go there, spent time to go there. I have a little sympathy for like bands who don't put on a good show. Like, you know, you're being paid so much money, and you can't just, you know, like just be there for a couple hours. I mean, his manager even says, hey, you don't even have to sing, just lip sync it. And then he's like, no, I can't, I have this throat thing. He has this throat thing that we know little to know nothing about. He goes to a doctor, but the guy's like, you don't even have to sing, just lip sync it, no one will even know. I know, it's like, do bands like do these guys even sing anymore, like in a concert, or is it just all lip synced? And is it all auto-tuned too? It's like, but they're whatever, they lock eyes, he runs away, she's able to get backstage, which is ridiculous because she jumps over the barrier, the guy tries to stop her, she's like, no, this guy touched me, and he's like, oh, okay, so then he just lets her go by. It's like, yeah, right. And then she's able to find him, which is ridiculous. And then they go out on one beautiful night, and they go to like kind of like a theme park where they wear like these weird masks, but I guess everyone's wearing them. I guess, is this supposed to take place like on Halloween? That's the only part that I was like, wait, is this like Halloween? It's like, oh, okay, because like everyone's wearing, like, dressing up as these characters, and then they have this night, and they go do a couple things, and then I guess they hook up. I don't even know if they show them kiss, but and then in the morning they get up and they're eating breakfast, or actually it's at 4 o'clock, because she's like, this is the latest I've ever had breakfast. It's like, it's 4 o'clock, and he's like, really? And then he starts acting weird, and then he's basically like, look, I gotta go. And then she's like, okay, where are we going? And he's like, no, you don't get it, you're not coming with me. He's like, you're just like a fling, even though the night before he was saying, promise me that you'll never leave me, to her. And she flips out, grabs a bottle, hits him in the head, and then ties him up on a bed. And that's when the movie started getting interesting, actually. I was like, okay, this is kind of interesting. Okay, so what is she gonna do? And then she just starts like singing and dancing his music and saying, your music's very deep and it really shows who you are, and you have these problems. And she's like, but I want you to tell me about them, and I want you to be honest with me, like about this ex girl that you can't get over. And he won't really say anything. And then his manager shows up at the hotel. He's been looking for him. His name's Lee Barry Cogan, the actor I don't really like. And also, like, the Weeknd, like, he can't really act, like, especially this one part. He's like shut the fuck up, like it's just terrible, especially that part. I was like, ooh, that line reading was not good. Because like Jenna Ortega's like, she's like, well, like you were telling me you love me, and he's like, shut the fuck up, and ugh. But then the manager, comes, and like this part's interesting. I was like, okay, this is at least something is happening in this movie, and people are talking. And that annoyed me too. There's just like, there's not that much dialogue in this movie. And then he shows up and he breaks down the door, which is ridiculous. I mean, it has one of those locks that you can open the door slightly. Those things are not that easy to break down. He just barely pounds on the door and the thing just falls off. It's like, this is a nice hotel. This is like a luxury hotel. Like, they're not going to have like these flimsy little doors. Like, are you kidding me? This isn't like a Motel 6. And then she starts fighting him. They start wrestling on the ground. They're breaking glass. I think she grabs a piece of glass, sticks it in his neck, and he's dead. And also some of the sequences in this movie, like, it kind of felt like this director, he's like trying to be like Stanley Kubrick or something, like with these kind of, but in this movie it's boring. If you watch a Kubrick movie like A Clockwork Orange, it's interesting and the direction is spot on and the music is, like nearly perfectly edited to the sequence. But in this, it's just like these long scenes with this music blaring, this like synth kind of music, and some of it's the Weeknd's music, and I'm just thinking like, man, this director really thinks he's like brilliant. Like, like he really does. And you're not brilliant. In fact, I think this movie's boring. But yeah, he kills him. And then Jenna Ortega grabs her can of gasoline and pours it all over the Weeknd and all over the room. And then the Weeknd, literally, he starts singing. And this makes Jenna Ortega go, oh my gosh, like, this is brilliant. And then she just lets him go. And then she lights the room on fire. And then he's walking down the hallway. I don't think you see her. So it's like, what happened to her? Does she just, like, I mean, is she gone? Like, what is that? I don't know. This movie's just bad. And it flopped. Got terrible reviews. Budget was $15 million. Box office 7.6. Surprised it didn't make more, because apparently, this guy's got a lot of fans. Diagnosed with muscle tension dysphoria. Yeah. Don't care. This director, I've seen one of his movies, It Comes at Night. I thought it was okay. Nothing like brilliant. Basically, people, there's this virus out there, and they can't let anyone into their house. And the movie kind of, plays out like you think, but I thought it was okay. Joel Edgerton's in it. Way better than this movie, definitely. At least some things happen in that movie. I mean, like, almost nothing happens in this movie, and then she just lets him go. And that's like the last 20 minutes of the movie, which was by far the most interesting part. And then it just culminates into nothing, and she just lets him go, and then, yeah, the fire's raging, but, man, what a waste of a movie. But, yeah, I don't know, comment below, let me know if you saw this. If you're a fan of The Weeknd, if you're a fan of Jenna Ortega, what did you think? Did you think this movie was as boring as I thought? But, yeah, and The Weeknd can't really act, so I'm sorry he can't. But anyways, that's about it.